Greetings, lords and ladies and gentlemen. I am Rock.
And I am Sweeny.
And we are here to talk about
the Boomsday Project.
And we are going class by class.
Yes, we are. Class by class. And this is with Priest this time.
And with sass.
And with sass. Priestly sass.
All right, let's start with the commons.
Okay, starting with the commons, we are going to Topsy Turvy. This is a 0-cost common priest spell. And its power is swap a minion's attack and health.
That's a good card.
Yeah, that's not going to need another one of those. So it's inner fire, in a sense, for nothing.
Yeah, because Priest has got a plethora, a cornucopia even, of high health, low attack cards.
Yeah, that's a great card.
And for 0 mana?
Yeah. And the fact that you can use it defensively if needed.
If needed.
Against an enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's any minion. It's yours or theirs.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can turn a 12-4 taunt into a 4-12 attack.
Yeah. It's a great card.
Yeah, and you can have 2, and it's common.
All right.
Priest just got dangerous.
Priest
More dangerous than it was.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Priest is getting off to a good start. Moving on to Dead Ringer, which is another common 2-drop minion, 2 attack, 1 health, mech, death rattle. Draw a death rattle minion from your deck.
Priest has got some good death rattles.
Yeah, this is Curator.
Yeah.
Put back, which is fine. Curator was discovered. Curator was discovered. Discover a death rattle.
Yeah.
But still, it fits in line with the
This has to be in your deck.
Yeah.
And it's card draw.
Thins out your deck, which is nice.
Thins out your deck.
It's a nice card.
And it's 2, and again, it's a 2 mana minion.
Yeah.
And Priest is always short of like lower cost minions that they can put in that can help them.
Yep.
This is Loot Hoarder, only better.
For death rattle only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Same
you can
stats.
draw any death rattle, so you can build around it.
And it's a mech.
And it's a mech, so you can...
Magnetize it.
You can magnetize it.
That's a great card.
Yep.
I like it.
I like it especially because it's a mech.
Yep. Moving on again, going to Cloning Device.
The third common in the set?
Common again, 2-drop. Spell called Discover a copy of a minion in your opponent's deck.
Ooh! Wow!
Goddamn Priest.
I love how Priest is rogue.
Yeah.
Just stealing stuff from the other guy.
Stealing.
Yeah. 2 things. Number 1, this is random, but it's not as random as you might think. And number 2, I like this card.
And it's Discover, so you've got choices.
So
and
you
get to
choice
look at
3
cards in his deck.
And you get to look at 3 cards on turn 2. So you're hacking his deck, number 1. You're getting to see what he has. Number 2, you get to pick one of them. And number 3, your opponent's not going to have worthless cards in his deck. He's going to have at least one legendary. So you got a 1 in 10 chance of picking out a legendary. Right? If he's got 2 legendaries, then you got a 1 in 5 chance of getting a legendary. Like,
I think it's worth 2 just to see 3 cards.
Yeah, because you can pretty much gain.
I mean, 3 cards, seeing 1 card, but 3 cards, you see what a strategy is there.
Yeah, and it's a common. So, and there's not a lot of 2-drops out there that you really want Priest to have that I can think of.
My only fault is, again, you're giving up board stability, but Priest can catch back up from that.
Yeah, early game. I mean, like, Priest has got tons of ways of catching up from that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
a nice card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next.
This is a 1-cost minion called Test Subject. 0 attack, 2 health, death rattle. Return any spells you cast on this minion to your hand. Ooh. I like it. I just concept-wise, I like it.
Okay, the picture's eerie.
Yeah. It looks like something went horribly wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something did go horribly wrong.
Yeah, that poor gnome. It's a Hulk gnome. That's what it is.
But useful-wise, I can't see this being a good card.
How so?
What do you mean? What are you going to cast on this?
I don't know, but I like the idea that you can cast.
What does Priest?
And get them all back.
What does Priest have to cast on?
I don't play Priest. How would I know?
But I mean, like they've got the...
I'm thinking of buffs because I'm thinking Paladin. And I'm like, what a great card. I'd love to have this.
I know. Like, there's a Murloc, right? The 1/2.
Yeah. The Primal Fin Murloc. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People who kill it or silence it almost immediately.
Who has the same thing.
Yeah. And that's the other problem is... Sorry, now that I realize the problem with that damn card, though I love it, is someone sees it, waits for you to put a bunch of spells on it, and then just hits silence.
And again, the same thing could have happened with this, although, here's the thing, whereas Paladin has a lot of buff cards, Priest really doesn't.
No.
And you'd have to stack your deck in order to gain any use from this. I mean, other than putting, like, maybe with Inner Fire, making it a 2/2 and then a 4/4 or something like that.
I'm going to have to say, just doing a little peek preview, I think it's meant to go with the next spell, the next card we're going to see next. So,
all right.
So...
Well, for right now, I'm giving this a meh. It doesn't excite me. For 1 mana cards, I can see better things. But let's continue on and see what else the set has to offer.
I like it because I like what the card does. I like what the card does.
I will say this, though. Artwork is pretty sweet.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And this brings us to Extra Arms. Love the artwork, love the name. 3-cost spell, rare, called again Extra Arms. Give a minion +2/+2. Add more arms, a new card, to give to your hand that gives +2/+2.
Okay, that makes test subject a bit better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because for 4 mana, you get a 2/4.
Yeah.
And then, but how much does more arms cost? More arms give a minion +2/+2 for 3 mana.
Okay.
Okay, see, with
it's got some...
here's the thing, right? With test subject, this can become a decent card because you can play this on it and get extra arms back. So you can get technically you could get an infinity, well, not an infinity, but you could get 4 copies of extra arms in your hand. So in that sense, yeah, okay, I can see it.
This can combo into something
But
if you look at it.
That seems like a really big stretch to try to combo in.
And then I silence.
And on turn 4 you silence, or on turn 2 you silence it, like...
No. Sucker.
Or you're playing against another priest and he just silences it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you play that on turn 1 before you can put anything on it. He plays the new thing and just destroys it.
One can argue why this is why Buff Paladin doesn't work. Because you try and then they either silence it or like it's wasting a turn of just setting up and not actually doing anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Great looking card.
I like the card, and I can see how it would work with test subject. I just don't know if that's the best use of 1 mana, 3 mana, and 4 mana for a priest deck.
I agree. Moving on to the next rare 3-drop minion, Omega Medic. Ooh, Omega.
Second Omega card we've seen.
This is 3 attack, 4 health. Not impressive. Battle Cry. If you have 10 mana crystals, restore 10 health to your hero.
Hey, you know what? That's a possible lifesaver.
Yeah, but Priest has so many ways of doing that anyways.
Yeah.
And God help you if you forget Akun Priest is on the board. Akunoi Priest, whatever the priest where like all your healing spells become damage.
Oh, Velshun.
No.
Valarin.
No, it's Akunine Priest.
The 4 mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3/5. Oh yeah, no, that would be bad.
Oops.
But you could play Valarin and him on the same turn and get 20.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
that's a big yeah. Yeah.
You know, and if you're playing with a Valarin deck.
Oh, you know what? You're right. This is still a 3-drop.
Yeah.
That's a 10. Restore 10 for a 3-drop. Is nice.
Is nice.
And on turn 10, you may need 10 health. Like it's not like it's a waste.
Right.
Like dropping this, even if this was possible, dropping it on turn 3 would be a waste.
Yes.
You know. But
and
okay.
3/4 is not a bad stat.
No. It's
right. So, possible 20 health. Yeah, I like this card.
It's okay.
For an Omega card. For the second Omega card we've seen. Yeah.
I really like that first Omega card. So I found that well.
But think about it. This is 20. Like you can have 2 of these in your deck, so this is an extra 20 health.
Yeah, no,
and it's
you're
pretty
right.
specific.
It's good. It's good, but it still tastes a little lackluster to me. Anyways,
I can't think of any other card that gives you 10 health.
No, I know. I'm Paladin. I'm used to getting health all the time. So,
yeah, there's no Paladin card gives you 10 health.
No, but you still got Lay of Hands, which will give you 8 health and then draw 3 cards. And
Yeah, you're so paladin-centric.
You know,
it's weird talking to you, Sweeny.
So,
it's really weird. All right, next one. We're going to epics.
Moving on to our first epic minion 5-drop called Reckless Experimenter. Ooh, this sounds scary. This is a 4 attack, 6 health for 5. Death Rattle minions you play cost 3 less, but die at the end of the turn. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, that is a, and now I'm coming to kill you turn.
Yeah.
That is a, all right. I've set up what I wanted to set up, and now I march.
Yeah, because there are so many, priest death rattles.
3 less.
3 less. That means a free oracle. It's not N'Zoth, but it has shades of N'Zoth to it.
Yeah, it's nicely controlled. Yeah, it's a balanced N'Zoth.
And something you're forgetting. This works with their quest.
Oh right, they have a death rattle.
They have a death rattle quest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, priest quest just got a lot easier.
It's a nice card.
It's a nice card, and getting rid of 40 health priest, especially when you copy that 40 health priest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before you run into fatigue. Yeah, that's a
nice card.
That's going to make fulfilling your quest even easier than it was.
That's a good priest card. All right. Going on to an epic spell, 5 cost, power word, replicate. A lot of cloning themes going on in here. Choose a friendly minion, summon a 5/5 copy of it.
Well, I mean, if you're running a death rattle deck, B, if you're running, you play this on test subject after you've Man-at-Arms it and get another Man-at-Arms.
Yeah.
Or mini-arms, or extra arms, sorry. I can see a lot of ways, but it's 5. 5 is tricky. 5 is a pretty big mana cost, because you got to have something that lived on the board to replicate, right?
Right, but the good news is probably dropping this on 5, what you're summoning is going to be less than 5/5, and you've copied it and boosted it up to 5/5.
Either that, or you're waiting until you can play 2 of these on turn 10, and you've got a Wounded Lich King on the board, or something like that.
And then they're still 2 5/5s.
And then you can get 3 Lich Kings for 5/5.
I don't know. It's nice. I don't know of a particular deck that this. Oh my God, let's put this in right now. But I do like the card. I think it gives you a lot of options and a lot of versatility. I like it.
I mean, my only concern is that this can easily lead to a 1-turn kill. So, and I hate those decks. Those are the Shutterwalk decks. Those are the Drunken Dwarf decks. Those are the Treant Charge decks. Those are the decks that have been nerfed out of the game for a reason. They're 1-turn kills. They're no fun. This could lead into something like that.
I think we'll have to wait and see.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, if Malleagos survives and you play 2 of these,
then you should die. No, but you should die.
Priest has so many ways of bringing back characters that have died for cheap, and then just throwing damage at you. Right?
Well,
if you can bring back Valerin, and then summon a copy of Valerin, and then start throwing those do 5 damage to the enemy hero spells.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden you're doing 20 points of damage.
Do you mean Prophet Valen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Prophet Valen, sorry.
Yeah.
But if you can bring him back from the dead, which is easy to do, and then replicate him as a 5/5, and then at least a 1-turn kills.
Speaking of replicating, because I think we've said enough with that card. Let's move on to the legendary spell that's gonna just make you plots.
Okay.
It is a 9 cost, so it is expensive. Xeric's Cloning Gallery. Summon a 1/1 copy of each minion in your deck.
What?
God. Summon a 1/1 copy of each minion in your deck. Wow.
Oh.
Now that's a legendary spell.
Can you build a priest deck? It's in your deck, not in your hand.
You hit Valen, you hit Malleagos. Both get summoned as a 1/1.
Yeah, but it's turn 9. You're not going to be able to do a lot with that.
Still, I feel like there's something there.
This, yeah, because it's 9 cost, this is one of those cards where you're like, on first glance, you're like, oh my god, what is that? And now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, but
you're tied.
You got to get to turn 9, so you can't build a deck.
Well, Priest, you're gonna get to turn 9.
But you can't. Again, with so many aggro decks out there,
you've got to throw in certain cards to make it.
You got to make it to turn 9. You got to get this to go off, and then you got to have the cards in your hand to pull off the combo. It seems to me to be a stretch. It seems to be a reach, and it's cards in your deck. So if you've got some of those combo cards in your hand, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no.
I see what you're saying.
And again,
Rock, you're so wise sometimes.
If it's in the bottom third of your deck, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And the most you'll get is 7 minions. So what do? Do you build an entirely spell minion deck and then put 7 badass minions in and hope they come out?
I would make a death rattle. I would go for death rattle because they're going to get cleared.
So put all death rattle in.
Well, I don't know. It seems they would make more sense. Because the one you can't like if I'm relying on Malagos, right?
Yeah.
It's good. Like the guy's gonna kill it. On Malagos, they're gonna fucking.
But then you can resurrect him, right? As a 4/12.
Ooh.
That's one of the things I've seen, right? Like I've seen people resurrect.
Yeah.
Prophet Valen and Malagos after they've been killed as 1/1s.
Oh, that's smart.
So, in that sense. But if you're hanging on to those 2 cards when you get this card in your hand, you're screwed because you were counting on bringing them out.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
No, you can't. Yeah.
So, again, much like the Mage legendary spell, if you get this card in like the first third of your deck, it's a pretty good card. But if you get it in the last third of your deck, then this card is useless.
I feel like this is a very appropriate title, being a cloning gallery. Like any type of cloning procedure, you've got to test it out and try a few things.
Yeah, I think the only way this really becomes super dangerous is if they use, I don't know if it's Witchwood or Death King, but there's a 4/6 where you shuffle your opponent's deck into your hand, into your deck. So if you can play Archmage Benedictus on turn 7 and then 2 turns later, or if you have the coin turn, play this on turn 9, you can get some really interesting things.
Yeah.
But that's going to be really random.
And you got to get 2 legendaries, like in the order that you...
Yeah. So you know what?
Yeah.
On first glance, this is an awesome card. But when you take a minute to think about it, it becomes a coin flip card.
Yeah.
And not a coin flip in a fun to play coin flip. A coin flip in either you get this card in the first half of the game and you're going to be set, or you get this in the back half of your deck and you're screwed.
Yeah.
And I don't like decks like that. So, last Priest Legendary is a minion?
It is a minion. It is a 6-drop minion called Zarek, the Master Cloner. So we saw his spell. This is him.
The Priest is all about cloning.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. 5 attack, 5 health, bad stats. But with the Death Rattle, if you cast any spells on this minion, resummon it.
Oh my. Okay, so now you're looking at a potential 5/5 board.
Yeah.
Because that can get scary really fast. Especially with...
I've got to let it kind of go through my head because I know I'm not throwing all the calculations in. So it died. You put a spell on it.
Right.
You made a copy of... Well, let's say we use that power word replicate. You play that on this, and you've copied one, and now...
No, you don't ever have...
And then you resummoned it. Now you got 2 of them. Do you know what I mean? Like it could...
No, because it has to die, so it just come back.
Yeah, but you can use the power word replicate one to make a 5/5 copy of him, thereby duplicating him.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, it's not like an infinite number of 5/5s because you're always going to have to cast a spell on him. And you're going to run out of spells. But if with the test subject you can start getting a lot of those many arms in your hand, then he becomes scary.
Yeah.
Because then he does become like a recurring 5/5, but he's not a 5/5 because he'll have more. So, yeah.
But do you resummon it as in, like, does he resummon it with all the buffs?
No.
No.
No, okay. He's just a 5/5.
Yeah.
But again, just a 5/5
that just keeps coming back is pretty vicious.
Yeah.
It's Karn Bloodhoof.
Yeah, it's Karn Bloodhoof, except you have to cast something on him.
Yeah.
So he's not a 5/5. He's a 5/7, or he's a 7/7.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So or he's, I mean,
or go back to Reckless Experiment. Minions you play, Death Rattle minions you play cost 3 less, but die at the end of this turn.
Yeah, but that's not casting a spell on him. You'd have to play that and then cast a spell on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, though, you're bringing him in now for a 3, for the cost of 3.
Yeah.
Having a spell waiting for him.
Yeah, I can. Also, if you're playing the 5 from Witchwood, the 5 cost Inner Fire, he's a 5/10, unless I miss my guess. Mm-hmm. That becomes a lot scarier because then you can Inner Fire him. And then he's a 10/10. Or no, then you can Spirit.
Well, I mean, again, I'm not familiar enough with Priest, but I like it. I like what I'm seeing for Priest.
I'm not sure if it's overpowered for Priest at 6 mana, 5/5. I'd have to see it in action.
Well, it just taking away any other synergies. It's a weaker Karn Bloodhoof, which was a 6/5/5 with Death Rattle resummon.
It's Karn Bloodhoof 4/5.
Oh, was it 4/5? That's right,
yeah.
But still for 6.
Yeah. So one more attack.
One more, but then you have to put a spell on it. No, it's still weaker.
Yeah, it is weaker.
Still weaker.
And it's a legendary, so you can only have one of Karn.
Karn's a legendary as well.
Is this card better than Karn Bloodhoof? I vote no.
I think you got to build around it, but I would. Yeah, right. What do you pick if you got these 2 cards for your deck?
I mean, they could both go in a Death Rattle deck. Sweeny,
yeah, obviously.
What we're saying.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's your 2/6 spell
those
slots.
Those are your 6 drops. I was about to say, yeah.
Right? But I think Karn is better than this.
Yeah, because you don't have to waste another card to make
Which is weird, because you'd think that a 6-drop Priest spell would be legendary, would be better than a neutral legendary. Yeah. And I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong in that. Maybe I'm not seeing something here.
I don't know. It's to be decided.
With Inner Fire, and there's a lot of crazy combos that Priest can pull off on that, but he's got to live. So
to be determined.
To be determined. But that I guess would be the Priest class.
Yeah, some nice stuff.
There's some interesting stuff in there.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the switching the attack and health of any minion is probably one of the more dangerous cards we saw.
Isn't that funny? Topsy-turvy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's 0 mana.
Yeah.
It's a free spell.
Yeah.
I love the Omega. Huge. I love the Omega.
Yeah.
I still think you're undervaluing that, Sweeny.
The Omega Medic. I'm not undervaluing it. It just didn't blow me away when I heard Omega, because of that Omega Defender was just so exciting to see. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm just saying, with Valen...
You can't win with restoring health. You can't win with restoring health.
With Valen and that, you can play it both.
I gotcha.
That's 20 health.
With that. But the problem I've had with the reason why I'm hesitant with the word restore is because I've felt it enough through Paladin, is that a good restore power doesn't win you the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a good card, but it doesn't win you the game. It might save you from dying that one turn, then it might just kill you the next turn. That'll make a defender, set that up right, I might win with that card.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Priest can have 2 Omega Medics and 2 Omega Defenders.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. And I really don't want to be the devil's advocate for it too much. The word Omega got me really excited, and then I read the power, and I was like, oh, okay.
Now, I think you're undervaluing that.
All right.
All in all, I'll say that it's a mixed bag. I think the quest, you'll see a resurgence in Priest Quest. And I'm curious to see what the meta does with some of the other cards. And with that, I'll say it's not... This isn't a crazy set for Priest.
Yes. I'm happy about that. That's why I wanted to chime in on. Between this and Mage, I feel like, okay, the game's not wrecked now. I think Druid and Hunter are a bit crazy, but the game's not wrecked.
These seem a bit more well thought out, maybe? I guess.
Yeah.
Although, I have some concerns about the Priest, but I always have concerns about Priest, because Priest is always that thorn in your side. I played a great card and they're taking it from me.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens.
You get it in the hands of the right player, and
yeah, and then you're sad.
Yes.
And with that, I am Rock.
And I'm Sweeny, folding for now.
We'll deal with you later.